Alright, so I want to give my thoughts and opinions after 8 months of owning a Switch. From someone who does have a Switch One, but wasn't really like that crazy passionate about the Switch One. I want to give my thoughts and opinions because it's been 8 months, and I know a lot of YouTubers, they do like, oh, every month they do a new update on how they feel. And I'm going to give some opinions that you're probably not going to like, and I'm going to give some opinions you might like. I don't know. So, starting off right away, I went ahead and I bought every single best release, best case game you could get on the Switch 2. I got the brand new Assassin's Creed Shadows game, the Star Wars Outlaws, Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong, Metroid Prime 4. I bought every single this is the Switch 2 game that people will tell you, well, you didn't really play the game if you didn't play the Switch 2 version of this game, right? This is what I hear all the time all over the internet. It's like, well, you can't give a review of the Switch 2 unless you did that. I went ahead and did that. Okay, I did that. I bought all the best games that have come out so far as of making this video, January 30th, 2026. And I'll say, the Switch 2 is the Switch 1 Pro. That's what it is. It's not really a Switch 2. It's a Switch 1 Pro. It's a Pro model of the Switch 1. That's not a problem. A lot of people are going to see that and say, oh, because it sucks, right? It's awful. No, it's not awful. It doesn't suck. It's a great device. I love the Switch 2. Absolutely adore it. Absolutely love it. The problem is, I feel like, you got to realize that going into it. When you go into this situation with the Switch 2, you got to realize you're not getting a PS4 to a PS5. You're not getting a PS3 to a PS4. What you're getting is a Switch 1 to a Switch 1 Pro. Like, it's like going from a PS5 to a never mind. I'll take that back. Because the PS5 Pro, it's not really that much of an upgrade. But this is an upgrade. This is a huge upgrade, but it's not to an upgrade where it would be a Switch 2, if that makes sense. This is enough of an upgrade where you look at it and you go, oh, this is nice. You're going to be able to run a lot of your games that you like on Switch 1 at either 60 FPS or way better resolution. It's going to look better. It has a better screen. It will output higher stuff to your TV or your monitor. It's awesome in that category. You're not going to be, in no way, like playing Star Wars Outlaw, for example, right? I have a computer I have a 5070 9800 X3D CPU, right? Pretty good CPU. Pretty good computer. Great CPU. Pretty good GPU. And I'd rather play Star Wars Outlaw on my computer than play on a Switch 2. Even though Star Wars Outlaw on PC is like poorly optimized, but that's a complete another rant altogether. But on the Switch 2, it runs at 30 FPS. On my PC, I can lock it at 60 FPS, right? And I can get everything perfectly set up. My PC is $3,000. Switch 2 is $400. So, again, it comes down to realizing what you have and what the Switch 2 is, and not trying to go crazy with it and trying to think too much into it, if that makes sense. The Switch 2 is a great device, but it's not perfect. And it's not going to replace any of your other devices. It's not going to replace your PC. It's not going to replace your PS5. It's not going to replace that kind of stuff. But if you like the mobile gaming and having the ability to pick up a console, walk away with it, put it back down, and you're fine, then that is what the device is for. In a way, I say this all the time with foldable cell phones. To a lot of people, foldable cell phones will never replace their main cell phone. Whatever candy bar cell phone you have, iPhone, Android, doesn't matter. A foldable cell phone will never replace your main cell phone. It's a great secondary device. And that's what this is. It's a secondary device. I recently picked up the PlayStation Portal. PlayStation Portal is a great secondary device to the PS5. Now, with the most recent update to the PlayStation Portal, now you can cloud stream from different devices. It's actually pretty amazing, I'll be honest. But it's still a really good secondary device. And that's what the Switch 2 is. It's a secondary device that's a pro model that's not quite to a point that you're replacing any device with. It can run third-party games at 30 FPS. It gets downgraded a lot of games to make it a lot more easy to run. And it's a device with old hardware in a fresh shell that's a pro model. Like, that's the best way I can put it. Right? I don't really see the Switch 2 as like, this is revolutionary crazy. It's not. But it's a nice upgrade. And if you want to play the Switch 1 but better, the Switch 2 is your best friend. That's kind of my mentality with it. I think it's a great device. It's not perfect, though. It's not perfect, and I think when a Switch OLED comes out, that's going to be a lot better. I think it's going to be a little bit more powerful, and I think it's going to have an OLED display, get rid of some of the bezels, and you're pretty much cooking with grease at that point. You're going to be absolutely good, no issue at all, and the Switch 2 is going to be, like I said before, a Switch Pro OLED model. So, shout out to Nintendo, because I don't always agree with all their business practices, but, it's a good device. Now, the fact it still doesn't run YouTube is absolutely a disgrace, and I think that's stupid, but, that's beside the point. That's a rant for another day. I made a video about, actually, on that subject, ranting about that. So, yeah, it's a Nintendo console, right? You don't get a Nintendo console so you can play third-party games like Star Wars Outlaw at max settings and to look absolutely gorgeous. You get a Nintendo console to play Mario and to play Pokemon and to enjoy their, limited, not allowed to go anywhere else IPs that they continue to just strictly keep on their consoles. That's why you get it. So, if that's what you want, if that's what you're going for, perfect. But just don't, get it and think, hey, should I get the Switch 2 or some other, random device like a PS5? Or should I get a Switch 2 or a PS5? Should I get a Switch 2 or Xbox Series, whatever? Probably should get the console. I'll be honest with you. Probably should get the console. But if you already have the console, it's a great secondary device. You are locked to, Nintendo's ecosystem, which is very much a lot of shovelware games, which they have actually done recently a good job. I don't think it's Nintendo, actually. I think it was PlayStation removed a lot of shovelware games, but Nintendo is usually like a king of that. But anyway, they did a lot, their ecosystem is decent. It's not the greatest, but it's decent. It has a lot of games, and a lot of games you're probably going to love. You're just going to have to, again, play it at lower frame rates and lower powerful stuff and stuff like that. To the point that people always love to make with the Switch 2, there's no games to play. There's no games to play. If you have a really long list of library of playing Switch 1 games, you have plenty of games to play. Problem is, there's not really as crazy amount of new games coming out at this moment in time that have already came out on the Switch 2. So yeah, that's kind of the problem too, and that's why I bought the best games. And by the way, I didn't mention, I also bought Cyberpunk, but I think everyone buys Cyberpunk. That's almost a guarantee in life. Death taxes, and if you get a Switch 2, the first game you buy is Cyberpunk, which does run pretty good. Again, 30 FPS. And I think there was a performance mode for 45 FPS, but still, runs really good. The only concern I have, I guess I will say, is the fact that there's no games that run at 120 FPS, and that was the big selling point of this console, right? Was hey, this can run 120 FPS. If you want to run the latest and greatest, not the latest and greatest, but if you want to run games at 120 FPS, this is what the Switch 2 can do. It doesn't, because there is none games that come out with 120 FPS. And there won't really be this year, I don't feel like. So maybe when the Switch OLED comes out, that will soon be a thing. But then the issue is, and this is kind of the issue so far, is I feel like they're still releasing Switch 1 games where they like release Switch 1 games and also are Switch 2 games. Some of them are like just Switch 2 games, but a lot of them are Switch 1 and Switch 2. And the problem with that is whenever you're making a game, right, you always make the game for the lowest common denominator who will be playing your console. Or, sorry, playing your game. Because you want to sell the most copies possible, right? So if you have a game that comes out and it's a Switch 1 game and a Switch 2 game, you're optimizing it more for the Switch 1 because there's more people probably with a Switch 1 than the Switch 2 right now. Maybe those numbers don't exactly correlate anymore because there's been a lot of Switch 2 sold. But that's usually the issue when it comes like the PS5 and the PS5 Pro. Game developers are not making games for PS5 Pro. They're making games for PS5 because PS5 is what everyone has. PS5 Pro, there are a select few amount of people who got that, but at the same time, there's a lot more people who are going to buy your game who has a PS5. So, yeah, that's another rant for another day. So, overall wise, temper your expectations, and I think that's the best way to put it for the Switch 2. It's a good device. It's a great device. If you have realistic expectations going into it. And I feel like with this device, people either love it or they hate it. It's either one or the other. You can't just in between. Because they either say it has to be the best device ever or it has to be the worst device ever. It has to be one of these two. It's not. It's not the worst. It's not the best. It's right between in the middle. It's a happy medium of it's a device. It's decent. Anyway, tell me down below your thoughts, opinions. I'll see you guys in the next one.